5.
Hello and welcome to the Raceroom Rookie Experience. I'm Jord and today we're going to be driving an Audi TT Cup car at the Hockenheimring. We qualified P5 in this
15 minutes.
rookie lobby as we wait for those 5 red lights now
Okay,
and
Jordy,
look
you
forward
ready? Watch
to
for
the
lights.
carnage and chaos that awaits. Always interesting
Let's go.
rookie lobbies. Sometimes you get some good ones, sometimes some not so good ones. I tried to squeeze this car on the inside here to the right hand side and it seems to have worked. So we make up a place at the start, which is always good. So we're looking at possibly fighting for a podium here, as it'd seem the green cars are the faster ones.
Yellow flag, stay sharp. Green
So
flag, you're
maybe
clear.
painting your car green gives you
Okay, start
an
will
extra
do. Time to get
5
to work.
horsepower or something. But anyway, we're just going to try and stay with them for now. No need to be too aggressive at the start. We're just going to watch these guys fight each other, try and stick to the back of them. But that plan is very soon going to be foiled as we get absolutely punted to oblivion, which is
Push to pass is now
always
available.
ideal
14
on lap
activations
1.
left.
Let's just have a look what happened here. This yellow car goes for a 2000 IQ rallycross style reverse entry and it didn't quite work for him,
Damage there, mate. Bodywork looks pretty full.
as we get a very technical diagnostic of the car from his crew chief. The guy does apologise in chat, so fair enough.
Green flag, sector
Maybe he lost control, maybe it's Colin McRae reborn, who knows. But we've just got to keep his heads down now, try not to...
Okay, Jordy, you've had a bit
And
of
try not to
suspension
get
damage.
put off
Quite a
too
lot of
much.
aero damage.
We're
You might need to get it
P12,
fixed.
so we've just got to try and make
Green
up
flag,
as
sector
many
1.
places back as we can. And we're actually going to make up as first one pretty quick. This guy doesn't get a very good exit out of that corner. And we just send it up the inside, hug the apex, and that's one place regained. So P11 finishing the first lap with a pretty battered car, so it's not looking ideal for us. But head down, here we are on lap 2 now, watching this guy in the yellow ahead who decides he's not going to brake for that corner.
Yellow flag.
The brakes only slow you down, so
Incident clear.
we
Green
make
flag.
up a free position
Push to
there,
pass is available.
which is always good.
Activations remaining.
So lap 2, we've lost about 5 positions overall, but considering the start we had, I don't think we're doing too bad. These
Right
two
side
guys in
tyres
front
cold.
are fighting, so that's going to let us catch up to those a little bit. I'm not quite sure what happens here, but that car goes for a big
Yellow
spin
flag, stay sharp.
and a roll into the barrier, so not quite sure what
Clear.
happened
Green
there.
flag.
But we are now on the back of this orange car,
Okay. Push
so
to pass
we
is
dip
now
a couple of
available.
wheels
12 activations
into the
left.
grass there, but
You're gaining on the guy in front. The gap is
as you
1.1
can hear the
seconds.
crew chief tells us we've got a
Sector
1
2 is
second
clear.
gap to
10
this
minutes
guy
to go.
ahead.
That's 10 minutes left.
So third of the way through the race, P9, so we've recovered 3 positions from our lap 1 incident. As you can see, I'm leaning round the corners there, leaning against the G-forces that aren't actually there,
Push to pass
but
is now available. 11
according to my
activations
brain
left.
they are. I look up the inside, but we're not really close enough to make a move. But that's alright, there's no rush, we just need to be patient. There's 3 cars ahead of the orange car that are actually fighting, so we might be able to catch up to those. There's a bit of a ropey couple of corners there, but we still managed to get the better exit. Tucking into the slipstream, we're going to brake a little bit early for this corner and try and get on the power a bit earlier, a bit of a switcheroo,
Left side.
and we get it to work. He squeezes me to the
Roger line.
inside and then
Clear
decides to ram into the back of me.
Car left. Clear left.
And
Left side.
not quite sure
Hold your
what the
line,
idea
clear
there
left.
was. Not sure if it was intentional or not, but what you're about to see, I think, is gap
On your
there,
right.
and he decides he's
Hold your
gonna
line.
nudge us into the
Clear right.
grass and rub against our car. Bit of a naughty move, bit of a, you know, not the cleanest racing in the world, but we can't let that frustrate us. What does frustrate us is getting a 1.2 second penalty
You'll need to slow down if you don't
for
want a penalty.
taking a bit too much curb there. You know, you can push another car off into the grass, that's fine, but God forbid you take a little bit too much curb, you're going to get a penalty. Welcome to the Raceroom rookie experience. Someone in chat not very happy about something, but yeah, we
Push the
keep
passes
going.
available. 9 activations
We're still
remaining.
behind this guy, catching back up after we've served us penalty in bits and bats. But we are quicker than the car ahead, so we will be looking to make a move. We get these couple of corners a little bit better
Okay,
than
Jordy,
we did
you're
last
halfway
lap,
home. Got
and we
plenty of
get
fuel.
a pretty decent exit actually, making up a lot of speed here. He tries to block us off, but
Right
we
side.
feint right, go left. We're going to try the
Hold your
same
line.
thing a bit earlier on the power,
right.
but he takes the sausage
On your
and
right.
decides
Clear right. On your left.
wheels
Yellow
are
flag.
overrated.
Clear left.
Come on, that's the
I
stuff.
consider
Green flag,
putting
clear.
something
Come on, wake up.
sarcastic in the chat, but decide against it and decide just to keep concentrated. Although I am feeling a little bit smug.
Sector 1 is clear.
We'll take another look at that pretty spectacular crash. As you see here, I feint right, go left. That's going to give me the outside. Try the early braking. He goes up the inside, but takes that sausage, and his car does that, which I'm sure is 100% how physics works. But yeah, I think that's a little bit of karma there. This car here on lap 5 decides
The gap
to
to
park
weeks behind
right
now,
in the middle
7.3.
of the
Yellow
apex
flag.
for
White
some
flag,
reason.
Green flag.
Not quite sure why, but that was a back marker, so that wasn't for position. So we keep going, and
Yellow flag,
again
sector
lap
3.
number 6, the very next lap, coming into the
Yellow flag.
stadium section, and the same thing again. The car parked right on the racing line for no apparent reason.
You're clear. Incident clear.
And then, of course, we get another
Right now,
penalty
track limits. Keep it
for
between the lines.
taking a little bit too much curb. I'm not sure what all that's about.
10 minutes of fuel
Yeah,
remaining.
10 minutes of fuel remaining, so we have massively overfueled the car, but no big deal. I think we've got bigger things to worry about.
Yellow flag in sector
As
2.
we come to the last 2 minutes of the race, same place, coming into this stadium section, and we see a yellow
stay
flag,
sharp.
and it looks like someone ahead of us has gone off, and they have. As we pick up another incident
Be warned
point
about track limits. Green flag, all clear.
for
Just 2
taking
minutes left.
just a bit
2
too
minutes
much
to go.
curb again. I've really got to watch that. But the gap does open up. I decide not to go for it. I wasn't sure what this guy's intentions were, if he was a clean driver, if he was like the guy in the orange. But we're just going to try and stay with him, try our textbook T1
Green flag, sector 2.
switcheroo, which doesn't work. Well, we do get a better exit, but the curb on the left just kind of sucks us tyres in. So it doesn't quite work here. I'm thinking where we can make a move next. We need to get the best exit we possibly can out of this section onto
Yellow
the
flag.
main straight, which we do. But yeah, the guy in front decides to use his powers of teleportation
Green flag, you're clear.
to try and confuse me, which doesn't work. You can't bamboozle Jord so easily. We go for another switcheroo. I am quite partial to a good switcheroo, but we get another penalty
Pay more attention to track
for
limits.
taking a bit
Please,
too
Jordy.
much
Push the
curb
passes available.
again,
4 activations
which is
left. You'll need to get
very,
back
very
to track gate.
irritating. I feel like the track limits are a little bit strict in some places, especially when you're getting like a 1.2 second penalty for it. But yeah, we served that penalty, which means we had to back off a little bit, so we're going to lose a little bit of time to the guy in front. There should be one more lap after this, so that might be his last chance to kind of make a move and regain one more position and finish P8 or P7 if we manage to get the position. We'll have to see what happens as we come round the last couple of corners and we both make a bit of a hash of that one. But yeah, here we go now, on to the last lap. Tuck into the slipstream and try and gain as much as we can. We don't get the best of exits through this corner, and the car is feeling a little bit shaky. I think we do have some suspension damage that's kind of just progressively been getting worse throughout the race. I do get a poor exit into that corner, poor entry, sorry, into that corner. But as exit isn't so bad, and you can see all the way down this, down Parabolica, I believe it's called. We are gaining just bit by bit, and we're in the slipstream as well. We've got push to pass on, and we are a little bit later on the brakes than him. We turn in a little bit later, earlier on the power, and this time we get the old switcheroo to stick.
Still there.
He's still there though, so we have to give him the space. As we try and carry as much speed as we can through there. Keep to the middle, try and go defensive. And he decides that the brakes are only there to slow him down, so he's not going to use them anymore. So yeah, one more position gained. So if we can just get to the finish line without binning the car, it should be not an ideal result. I mean, at the beginning of the race we were looking at fighting for a podium, and then we got punted into oblivion. But yeah, a bit of a recovery drive, and yeah, I've got to say, I wasn't too disappointed with the recovery at the end of this race. So we are going to bring it home in P7. So thank you guys very much for watching the video.
Okay,
I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, tap that like button, press subscribe, it'd be much appreciated, and I'll see you all in the next one.